I will be locking every single Liverpool player with a lifetime contract. I will be locking every single Liverpool player with a lifetime contract. Yes, that's right. They will be here until the end. They have gotten a transfer ban on them, which means they can't sign anyone or sell anyone. And the board has given them an objective, which is to win 15 trophies with this Liverpool team in 10 seasons. Now you may wonder, how the hell is that possible if we can't sell or sign any players? Well, Liverpool has a very good squad with a lot of potential, so a lot of their players can grow. They have Alisson in goal, but he's old. But they have a good backup in Mamardashvili, who has 87 in potential. They have Kirkez at left back with 86 potential. Konate has 88 potential, and Frimpong with 85, Gravenberch with 89, and even a player like Ngumoa has 88 potential, Gakpo with 85, and then Mac Allister with 87, Nyoni with 84 potential, and Soboslai with 87. Then we have Florian Wirtz with a crazy 92, Isak with 89, and Hugo Ekitike with 88 potential. And yes, I will be putting on development on every single player so that they will grow. And on top of this, there will be a new rule on this series. From now on, we are now allowed to also loan players out so that they can grow even more. But we already have a lot of players out on loan in this first season. So we will begin loaning players out in the second season. So we get more opportunity to grow, more opportunity to get better, and make this challenge a little more interesting overall. But for now, let's just simulate the first season and see if we can start off by winning a trophy with Liverpool. So we're at the end of the season. If we can start off with any trophy, then I will be very happy with that. And Liverpool finishes in second place. That's very unlucky. They couldn't even win the Community Shield or the FA Cup, but they did in fact win the Carabao Cup, so that's already our first trophy won. But they couldn't win the Champions League. But we still ended the first season with one trophy won already. But we're now at the second season, and as expected, a lot of players are growing already. But also, a few such as Salah and Van Dijk who are dropping in rating due to their age. Alisson is holding on though. But remember, we can loan players out. So as you can see, I've decided to loan a lot of players out because I don't think any of these players will get any game time here at Liverpool, so it'll be better if they're out. But there are a few I would like to watch out for, such as Leone because he has decent potential, but also Stefan Bajcetic and Ngumoha because they're really good young talents, and Nyoni also has really good potential. But yes, I will change the development plan on every single player again, and I will actually try to train Gravenberch to a center midfielder, so hopefully he can fit better into his position. But yeah, it's looking really good for us. We already have a trophy, and the team is growing very well overall. So let's just simulate this second season to see how we will do now. So we're at the end of this second season, and still, you still haven't subscribed? And what the hell are you waiting for? Anyways, let's see how Liverpool has done. And oh my god, they've won the Premier League already in this second season only. That's now 2 trophies in total. They've even won the Community Shield. That's really good. But it doesn't even stop there because they've also won the FA Cup, but they actually couldn't win the Carabao Cup. They did make it to the Champions League semi-finals, but just lost to Real Madrid there. But that's still 3 trophies won this season, which now puts us on 4 trophies won in total. That's good. But a quick update on our loan players for this season. Leone is doing decent, played 10 games and grew 2 ratings. Bajcetic also growing and getting game time, but Ngumoha isn't getting any game time. He is growing, but I will need to loan him to a different club. And it's the same with Nyoni. Swansea isn't the right club for him. So we're in the 3rd season now, and team keeps on growing. Even Alisson, who's 34 years old, he's also somehow still growing. So it's all going amazingly, at least for the most part. Van Dijk is dropping in rating, and Joe Gomez doesn't really have the potential to grow. Our best option is Leone, who's currently on loan at Sunderland. I'll keep him there for now though, so that he can hopefully get game time and grow even more. Stefan Bajcetic is back from loan, so I'll try to loan him out. Same with Ngumoha and also Trey Nyoni. So let's see if we can find a suitable club for them. Brentford has offered a 2-year deal for our Ngumoha, but I don't think he would get game time there, so I'll reject. Celtic wants our Nyoni for 1 year. I'll accept. Hopefully he'll be a bench player. And Fenerbahce wants our Bajcetic. That would actually be a good club for him, so I will also accept that. Leeds United could also be a good club for him though. And Burnley wants our Ngumoha. I think Burnley is more suitable for him, so I will accept. And Nyoni has gone to Celtic for 1 year. And Bajcetic ended up choosing Leeds United also for 1 year. And Ngumoha is going to Burnley for 2 years. So that's our loans sorted for this season. And it looks like Gravenberch is still not ready to convert to a center mid. So all that's left to do is to just simulate season 3 and see how we do. Liverpool is already back to 2nd place. They couldn't even win the Community Shield or the FA Cup. And no Carabao Cup either, and not even the Champions League. That's a horrible season. No trophies. And in terms of our lone players, Leone is getting a bit of game time, only grew 1 rating. Same story with Stefan Bajcetic and also Ngumoha. But he's there at Burnley for 1 more year, so I think I'll keep him there. And Nyoni didn't get any game time, but still grew 3 ratings. So overall a mix. We're now at the 4th season though. Van Dijk is on his last strings. But other than that, the whole team looks great. I've decided to loan out a lot of players, including Mamardashvili to Crystal Palace. You might think that it's a stupid loan, but he'll get loads of game time there and grow. So he's ready to take over Alisson. Leone is also still loaned out, probably for the final time before he takes over Van Dijk's role. Hopefully he grows. Ngumoha is still at Burnley, and Nyoni is now at Getafe. But I've also loaned out Harvey Elliott to Atletico Madrid, because he wouldn't get game time here, so why not just loan him out? And Gravenberch can officially now change his position to a center midfielder. And yes, don't worry, I will be changing the development plans of every single player. Anyways, this is the final team for Season 4. Let's see if we can hopefully win some more trophies now. And Liverpool does worse and worse in the league, now only in 3rd. Couldn't win the FA Cup either. They did, however, win the Carabao Cup and even the Champions League. That's incredible. So a total of 6 trophies we're on now. And look at that. Mamardashvili getting amazing game time in Crystal Palace and growing as well. Leone is also growing. Not the best of game time though. Ngumoha is also not really playing any games. And same with Nyoni still. But still a very good season overall. Okay, we're at the 5th season now. Mamardashvili is now our starting goalkeeper. I will also try to use Leone so he can hopefully grow. But it will be tough. But I'm looking optimistic as long as Leone can grow. But Salah is also dropping in rating. But let's just simulate this 5th season and see how we do. And Liverpool wins the Premier League again, finally. They can't win the FA Cup still, and actually lost the Carabao Cup final. But then they did win the UEFA Super Cup, but couldn't win the Champions League back-to-back. But still 2 trophies won, which now puts us on 8 trophies in total. So we're at Season 6 now, officially halfway through the challenge. Leone hasn't really grown, which worries me a little bit, but the rest of the team looks incredible. Look at that midfield trio, the rest of our defense. Gakpo at left mid and Isak up top. Like, it's genuinely insane. I have decided to send Stefan Bajcetic out on loan, but also Ngumoha because he'll hopefully be our Salah replacement. And yes, I will be changing development plans for every single player so that they keep growing. But let's just simulate this 6th season to see how we do. And Liverpool wins the league back-to-back. They actually lose the Community Shield to Arsenal, and they can't win the FA Cup still. But they do, as always, win the Carabao Cup. But no Champions League this season. But another 2 trophies, which puts us on a total of 10. Now, Stefan Bajcetic played a few games and grew a rating. Ngumoha also did alright and actually grew quite a bit. So it looks like our loans have worked a little this season. We're now at the 7th season. I think it's time we use our youngster Ngumoha. He could be the next big thing. And yes, I will train him to be a right midfielder, but our team is slowly getting good in every position again now. So let's see if that'll help us win more trophies in this 7th season, because we only need 5 more to complete the challenge, so let's just simulate the season and Liverpool with yet another Premier League title. They also won the Community Shield this time, but no FA Cup or Carabao Cup, and no Champions League either. So we're at the 8th season. We have 12 trophies in total. Only need 3 more in our last 3 seasons. I don't see how it wouldn't be possible with this team, because it's so good. It looks like it has hit its peak though. So let's just simulate this 8th season and see if we'll win some more trophies. And Liverpool, with yet another Premier League title, they win the Community Shield as well. But no FA Cup or Carabao Cup, and no Champions League either for Liverpool. So we have 2 seasons left, 2 seasons to win 1 more trophy. I can almost already celebrate now and call this challenge a success, because we've genuinely already completed it, and if we don't, then I'll just do a face reveal. But let's simulate Season 9 and see how we do. And Liverpool wins the Premier League to complete the 15 trophies. But let's just see how many more they can win. They actually lose the Community Shield, can't win the FA Cup, and then lose the Carabao Cup final, and no Champions League either for them. So we're at the final season. We've already completed the challenge, and this is how the final team will be looking like. Gravenberch 95, and then Florian Wirtz 97 is actually insane. The rest of the team has begun dropping in rating, understandably, because they're old. But let's just see how many trophies we actually end up winning. And as always, they keep on winning the Premier League. They also win the Community Shield this time, and damn, even the FA Cup. But no Carabao Cup, sadly. But they did win the Champions League in the final season. So we end on a quadruple, which means Liverpool ends on 19 trophies in total. And you know what that means? I'm still the greatest manager of all time.